welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing actually a video that was requested by one or I think a couple of you actually. And I don't think I've ever done this, or if I have, I've done it once over a year ago. Like I really can't remember. And I'm surprised that you guys wanted this kind of video, but I think they're actually pretty popular and it's just skipped my mind. And I'm interested in doing non-haul related videos this year. I know it's a pretty heavy haul year in 2021, and in 2022 obviously they're going to be there sprinkled around, but way less. And I really enjoy these like non-haul videos now, so leave them in the comments below. But this, as you can see from the title, is going to be what I wore this past week, to kind of give you an idea of what I've been wearing, and just like a chatty fun video of these little mini reviews and why I was reaching for them, and so on and so forth. So if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I hope you enjoy. I have to say, I only picked 10. I decided it wouldn't be fun for me to, I know you guys said you don't mind long videos, but I decided it wouldn't be fun for me to show you every single fragrance I've worn this past week, because a lot of it is trying out fragrances I've just hauled. And so you might see a haul in the same week. Let me know if you want longer ones. I'm going to talk about the 10 most worn and like repeatedly worn this past week. Everything else was just more so like once to try it out. So yeah, we're gonna get into it without wasting any more time. And I'm actually gonna start with a body splash, like a fragrance mist, which rarely if ever happens on my channel, but you guys, I'm hooked. Like this fragrance has hooked me, hook, line, and sinker. I think that's the expression, and I can't get enough. And it's from Bath & Body Works, and something has not hooked me from that store since Moonlight Path. And you guys will know, if you are a 90s kid, that is a long time ago. And this is Strawberry Pound Cake. I don't know what kind of addictive substance they put into this scent, and I really thought this was a like this year like release, or 2021 release, but I don't even know if it is. I've suddenly got into watching so many Bath & Body Works videos on YouTube, and I haven't watched videos like that like really ever. And now I feel like I'm engrossed. Like that is all I'm watching. Probably because I went mad this semi-annual sale, and I haven't gone mad there again in years and years and years, maybe a decade. And so I saw this at semi-annual sale and I fell in love. Like, you guys don't, if you've smelled this, then you understand 100%. If you don't, then you don't understand how good this is. Like, you truly cannot. I really think it's one of their best scents ever. And again, being me, I genuinely thought bringing this home, I was like, wow, people aren't talking about this enough. Because I was in my little fragrance bubble, of course, and I go into the Bath & Body Works bubble, and I'm sure some of you might find this channel through that kind of like intersection. They all love this. Like, they've all known it. It came out, I think, in like, they said the brunch collection. And so it's got like a couple different packagings depending on what years you have. I have the most recent one from semi-annual sale, but I think they have an even newer one now in like 2022, because they're bringing this back constantly now with good reason. I love this. I have bought this now in pretty much everything I can find, down to like body wash, like a body scrub, bath foam, this. I think that's it. I think I have 4 or 5 products. I found out there's a lip gloss that's in this scent. I'm getting it hands down. Anything I can get in this, I will wear. And I know you can't tell because these things are 236 mils, but there is a serious, like, they come right to the top, and there's a serious scent in this. I promise you there is. I spray this throughout the day constantly. I have it right by my bed. I engulf myself in it. It's obviously not the strongest scent because it is a body splash. It's a fine fragrance mist, but it's also not gonna disappear in like 15 seconds either. It's supposed to have notes of fresh strawberries, golden shortcake, and whipped cream. It's very gourmand, but it's the kind of gourmand I'm into. It's got a little bit of a tart strawberry, but there's this sweet cake, like vanilla, buttercream cake scent to it as well. I really can't say enough good things about it. I am deeply and like unabashedly in love with this scent, and it is now my number one from Bath & Body Works. So I've been wearing that a whole lot. We will move on now because I've spent enough time on that one. The next one is a fragrance I've hauled relatively recently, and it's the Simply Eau de Parfum Poudre Intense by Jill Sander. You guys know I love the original. I think I'm gonna be spraying everything tonight. The original of this, and I finished more than halfway of that one. You can see I've already put in a good dent of this. So when one of you told me that they had the intense version at Fragrance Net or Fragrance X, I forget which one, I snagged it up. I bought that so quickly. You know I had to, and I've been saying that I really, really want it. It does, I can safely say now, because obviously at the haul I didn't know, it definitely does last a lot longer. I have to reapply this one so less, because that was a real like struggle with the original. I feel like it just dissipates so quickly, unfortunately, and that's not the case with the intense. It's the exact same scent though, so if you love the original, I can safely say it does indeed have a more intense scent, which lasts a lot longer. So definitely been wearing that a lot throughout this past week. All right, so going on that powdery theme, I thought I would mention this other powdery fragrance that I've really, really been loving this past week, and I feel like I've like rediscovered it or something. Not that it ever disappeared, but Nathalia by Parfum de Marly. Sometimes there is a downside to having a huge collection. For me personally, I can't see myself ever paring it down and being a minimalist. It just doesn't bring me joy, and it's just not my particular path. But it does make it so I'm obviously wearing the things I know are my ride or dies less, because I'm trying out new fragrances. You win some, you lose some. And this is a tried and true. Like every time I wear it, and for whatever reason, I've pulled this out this week and I've just missed it and I've been wearing it. I just love it. And I really have to give it credit because of its lasting power. It is a quite light, powdery scent that has really interesting and good sillage, like a strong sillage that you really wouldn't expect, especially personally, because at the beginning when I first had Delina, which was my first Parfum de Marly, I really struggled with its performance. I don't know if I 100% believe in maceration or anything of that sort, but honestly, throughout the past year, Delina has gotten stronger and stronger on my skin, and the lasting power was improved drastically from where it was at the start. But this was always good from the beginning, and for being such a light iris powdery scent, that always surprised me. I just love it. I think you really can't go wrong. If you want a good powdery clean iris, this is better than the Prada Infusion d'Iris, which I never thought I'd be able to say like that there would be a version of that by another house that's better, because I was a huge ride or die for that scent. But it's this. I mean, I love it, and every once in a while I have to pull it out. Then this one was a bit unexpected. I honestly don't know why. I think I just like tried it one night before bed, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I actually like this one. DKNY Stories. I have not worn this in a very long time, because when I first got it, I was taken aback a little bit by the Fragrantica comments that said that this smells like a sweeter version of Womanity by Thierry Mugler. And if you know me at all, you know that fragrance is in my top 5 worst fragrances, top 3, maybe one, but top three for sure, worst fragrances ever. I truly can't stand it. And I feel like when I first got this, I could smell womanity somewhere deep in the back, but I can't smell that anymore. It smells very sickly sweet, and I feel like maybe I've just changed, or I've taken enough of a break from it that I'm enjoying it. I'm not about to complain. I'm gonna wear it while I enjoy it. So I've been pulling this out time and time again this past week. I find it's actually very strong. And you don't need to spray a lot, and it lasts a long time, and it can be quite overwhelming. Like even those 2 sprays are very, very strong, very sweet. It has a little bit of a bubblegummy scent to it, and a little bit of like a scented eraser note, like old school scented eraser. It has a little bit of that vibe as well that I get in one of the other, that I get in a Thierry Mugler fragrance that actually isn't womanity. It's in that like Miroir collection that I have. I forget which one, but I get it in that one as well. And I hope you know what I mean. It's like this bubblegum scent, old school scented eraser, sickly sweet vibe. So I don't know if it's just the extra cold weather or just taking a while of a break, but DKNY Stories is kind of doing it for me, and I wanted to recommend it back to you guys because I know I was a little unsure. This one shows up at Marshalls and Winners all the time, and maybe TJ Maxx for you guys in the States, maybe TK Maxx for you guys in the UK and maybe Europe. It really does show up quite often, and you can get it for a very, very inexpensive deal. Like I got this large bottle, which is the full 100 ml, for like maybe 30 or less, definitely $30 at the most. So keep an eye out for that one. If you're interested in kind of trying this scent, you can definitely do on a budget. All right, so I actually realized this past week I've worn 2 Maison Lancomes a whole lot. I'm gonna talk about the one I wore more. It's probably also, other than Strawberry Pancake, which I spray every 15 to 20 minutes, this is the fragrance I've worn the most this past week. I can't explain why. Sometimes I'm just drawn to it because I know you guys ask me, like, can you do a video of how you choose your fragrances for the day, or for each day? I feel like that would be such a boring video because it's so instinctual. Like there's no rhyme or reason. Sometimes if there's a particular event or special occasion that we're going to or something, then I'll think in advance. If I'm like planning a holiday and I'm only taking 1 scent, then sure, I put some more thought and consideration. But it's just instinctual for me. So I don't think I could do that video. But the fragrance I've worn the most this past week, very strangely, has been Lavond Trianon. And that's the lavender scent from Maison Lancôme. I can't explain it to you. It's not even a scent that I would say I'm like, oh my God, my favorite from the house, unbelievable, incredible. Maybe I've just been stressed this past week and I've been, drawn to it, and it's very hard to show a dent in these, I find personally. So you're just gonna have to trust me, but I wear this a whole lot. I find it's a very cool lavender scent. It's very devoid of any warmth. And it also is kind of devoid of a strong base. I feel like it's almost as if the scent is like top and heart and no base notes. So that could be good or bad depending on your taste. Most of the time I find that I'm not drawn to this. So I was actually surprised. It's a little bit like DKNY Stories where I was like, I have no idea why I keep wearing this, but I kept it by my desk and I just kept reaching for it over and over. So I thought I would mention it. It also doesn't match like the vibe of the weather, at least where I am. So again, it really sometimes has absolutely nothing to do with external factors and really is just down to me and my taste. And the other Maison Lancôme is a bit less of a surprise, and that's Rose's Berberanza. I really like this scent. It's one of my huge loves, and I felt like the best times to really get the full effect of how delicious and slightly engulfing it can be is when it's very cold and dry. And so I wanted to get some good wears of this now because once the heat and humidity kick in, I'm less drawn to that one just because of how intense it can be. But that's exactly what I really love about that scent as well. So perfect time to pull out your Roses Berberanza if you have it in your collection. So we're down to the last 4. I have been really reaching for this one a whole lot, and I know this is a very bougie scent, but to be honest, I've been reaching for it before bed, and I'm gonna tell you guys about it. And I know it's not for everyone, but Lilac Love is the scent that I got for myself for my birthday last year. It was a gift to me. It is a very spectacularly unique floral cocoa powder scent that I feel like is quintessentially beautiful and well loved by all. But if I'm being more realistic, I do think you'd have to probably give it a try in a decant before you jump in head first, unless you're more sure that, you know, you're good to go on this. It's a very expensive scent. I love it. It's worth every penny to me, just like every Amouage fragrance. But you wouldn't think that you would wear this to bed, you know, because of how luxurious and incredible it is. But the incredible lasting power and sillage on this, actually, I find really comforting and nice and beautiful before bed. I wake up still smelling like this, and sometimes that's just nice. Like, it's nice to wake up and still smell like your fragrance before the end of the night. Sometimes it's nice to wear light scents, which is what you'd usually do, but this is really what I've been reaching for. It's probably what I'm gonna reach for tonight before bed as well, because I just get in these moods where I love it. So that's what I've been wearing to bed. Again, in between my many spritz of strawberry pound cake. Then this is, again, no rhyme or reason, but every once in a while I miss this. Actually, I wanted to show this one in particular because there is a dent all the way down to here. So I've used about maybe 1/4 of it, I would say. So this is, I think, like a 50 ml, I think. Oh, it's so hard to see. But anyways, I really have put a pretty good dent in this. And this is, if I haven't said so already, Ange ou Daymond by Givenchy. A perfect Gemini fragrance if there ever was one. There is such a stunning duality to this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love it. Definitely my first, like, tied for my first favorite from this Ange ou Daymond range. I also love Ange Noir, but I just really feel like I'm always gonna have this in my collection. When the other ones of the range finish up, I don't see myself repurchasing any except for this and maybe Ange ou Daymond, but the Ange Noir, I should say. But this is just, as a Gemini, I gotta always have it, and I think it's really unique for a designer house as well to have come out with a scent like that, because I don't think it's safe, but I think it's stunning. And the last two, very quickly, the second last one, very, very quickly. I always forget what this one's called, but it's by Jean-Charles Prousseau. Oh, it's Ombre Rose. This is just one that I've kind of been trying out again, been drawn to. I've only worn this one at home. I've never worn this one out. It's a very classic, dated, musky floral. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's got like a soapy aldehydic muskiness to it that I've been drawn to, and it's, I don't know, it's just like vintage smelling in a comforting way. So I have been wearing this at home, just more of like a comfort fragrance, really. I could do a whole video on fragrances I find just like comforting to wear at home. And I feel like that one, when you're in for like a classic aldehydic mood, is a nice one. And finally, the last one, such an underrated fragrance in my collection, Rosewood by Banana Republic. Ever since I picked it up and loved it upon first sniff, I have not been wearing this or reaching for it enough. I love it. I absolutely love this scent. All thanks to the hype on YouTube that I actually finally picked it up, and it's getting not enough love from me. So I will actually be wearing this into the next month for sure, because it's really nice, and it's kind of hard to explain. I feel like it's very complex for a Banana Republic scent, I will just say. It's my only one from the house, but I mean, from the brand, but you wouldn't expect them to have such an interesting scent. I feel like it's clean, but it's woody, but it's floral. And there's a quality about it that I just find very unique and I've been loving. So yeah, that is the last one. I hope you enjoyed the video on everything I've been wearing this past week. Definitely let me know in the comments below which one of these fragrances you've tried or you'd like to try, or you can let me know what you've been wearing this past week. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.